so awesome.
Here we are, episode 3.
Episode 3, Taylor Woll in the house.
A week off. We took a little week off, but we're back.
Yeah.
We're back, so everybody's with us. Here we go. Taylor Woll is here with us today. We're going to run a quick graphic for you, for everybody, for the upcoming shows this week.
Yep. These should be the shows for the week, if we're doing this correctly.
Hey, we're here on a Friday finally, and actually a fucking sunny Friday. For once, a goddamn sunny Friday. We've been getting dealt like Mondays, and then at the end of the week, it's been dog shit. So like here we are. We got the women's basketball NCAA in town, so the town's gonna probably be on fire. I'm happy KU won. This might come out a week late, but I don't give a fuck. I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah. This was recorded.
Yeah, this was recorded on Friday when KU
March
won.
25th.
I really hope they win on Sunday. So who gives a shit, right?
Yeah.
But me. So.
Yay, sports ball.
Sports ball.
Go sports ball.
Right. So what's new, man? How was open mics this week? Always.
Man, pretty good. Barleycorn's a little bit slow. I don't know what did that. I know it was kind of cold Wednesday.
I was gonna say like Wednesdays are typically really good, but like I got pictures of the inside of the bar and it just kind of freaked me the hell out.
Yeah, don't take pictures when it's slow. Don't take pictures of the inside. You know?
Yeah. Just check in.
Yeah.
That's all I was
artists,
seeing
or take
too.
pictures
Was
of the artists
like,
only.
like I had friends that were like taking pictures and sending them to me, being all like, "Where are you?" And I'm just all like, "Well, obviously, I'm not the only one not there."
Yeah, and it was cool. Okay, we had a lot of artists show up and perform, but I always feel bad when people don't come out to see these artists. And I think that's a big problem in Wichita's scene in general, is we kind of don't go out and support everything. Now, I'm really guilty of this, to be honest with you, like, because I'm just super busy all the time.
You can't make it to everything. There is a lot going on.
Man, I mean, let's be honest. Just like Wednesday and Thursday, I host open mics myself at Barleycorns and Jerry's, respectively. Please be there. And then, like, Friday, Saturday, I play in a bunch of bands, So, like, Friday, Saturday, a lot of times in season, I have shows.
I mean, a lot of people don't know. Aaron's coming fresh off rehearsal. Two days of running open mics. He's trying to work on a nonprofit here at Muse. He's trying to run this studio. I mean, this guy's working like crazy. If he shows up at your event or your open mic, you should be pretty goddamn happy.
I just adopted a son, and I'm trying to give him as much time as I can.
And you're married, so you got a whole life. Everyone's got a lot of shit going on. You more than most.
I got a life people don't see. Yeah, that's true.
Even your professional life is like you're swinging for the fences right now.
I was about to say, a lot of people don't really take into consideration, like, Aaron is, like, multi-talented. He's been a part of the fucking music scene, like, not just the Wichita music scene, but the music scene for a while. And, I mean, a lot of artists around here look up to him, but they just don't fucking realize how hard he works on everything that he does. Like,
there's a lot to be done, man. And I'm not the only one out here doing that. I mean, Muse itself is a collective of a whole bunch of very different people.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys have kind of had some interaction with
great.
Like,
I love
the collective.
I love
very different people are involved in that. And we kind of did that on purpose. I like different perspectives.
Vibes.
Yeah.
I was about
Well,
to say,
everybody's going to latch on to something different,
Yeah, 100%. And you get, like, those objective views from perspectives that you don't see.
Checks and balances.
Yeah, like, I don't see everything. Yeah. Like, as worldly as you want to be or as smart as you think you are, somebody's always going to see something in a different angle. And if you're smart enough to realize that those people can help you, like, learn and grow and shit and see things that we're seeing. Even Taylor's 25 years old. Like, you're just starting to run an open mic. He's been doing it for a long time. Even though you have a ton of advice to offer him, that doesn't mean it's a one-way street. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? He knows he might see something you're not seeing, too.
And I'm going to tell you this, too, is like, I'm not going I'm probably not going to give you that advice just straight up. I would like to see what you create, because my advice might not lead you to where you got to be.
And let it be your own thing.
And
well,
see,
right.
And see, like, my biggest thing is, like, whenever I was offered this job, my first thought is I need to bring Tuesday nights back, because everyone always remembers Tuesday nights. Hey, that's elbow room night. Like,
right.
you know, we get to go out. We get to
100%.
like that's a Wichita tradition. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring back Tuesday nights to Wichita, because of the simple fact that at one point, me and Kenny were close. Like, he was like my older brother. I looked up to him, and I mean, apparently somewhere along the way, he saw me losing my way, because he did see me out every week. He saw me as one of those artists that he just hoped one week just never showed back up. And I kept on making it back out, because of the simple fact that I got used to the fact that I'm able to go out and see my friends, my family, you know, like, everyone there was my family. And so what I'm trying to do is recreate that, but on a different platform, to where, I'm going to be trying to help promote new artists out of Wichita. But I don't want them to be continuous customers. I want them to eventually find places like Muse that are supposed to be helping artists flourish.
Well, you say that, but I'm opening a new open mic here.
Exactly.
What we're doing is a little bit different. I really see the need to take the music scene out of the bar structure.
Yeah.
Just to allow that option, okay? Like, because I have a lot of sober friends that just don't feel comfortable in bars anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and you're alienating a large group of the population that plays music based on learning music at school and at churches. Yeah. Like, all the 18 and under crowd is the music scene. Yep. Really, it is.
Exactly. That's the next thing.
It
right?
really
That's
is.
the next thing coming
like,
out.
all of us, like, you're not far removed from that. You're only 7 years out of being 18. And like, you were, like, providing an avenue for someone in your position 7 years ago.
And look what the bar scene has done to him. I mean,
oh, come on, bro. Hey, you helped create this somewhat.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to take a little responsibility.
Take a little responsibility.
I might be at fault.
Yeah.
John and Brad might be a little that too.
Yeah. Probably so.
Let us start the process.
Well, I mean, and like you are just saying, all jokes aside, there is a music scene of something that's a little bit toxic that you don't want to make kids involved in.
Exactly.
So if with this place, and a lot of people don't know, these are great open mic hosts, if we haven't mentioned it yet, and they're trying to do a all ages thing here that's non-alcoholic. You mentioned a little bit, so run on that.
All right, so Mondays starting in April, the numerology is even cool. It's 4/4/22, right? Yeah, so April 4th, 22. Every Monday in April, we're going to run an all-ages open mic. There's no alcohol served, so I encourage our recovering brothers and sisters to come out.
Yep.
And all musicians.
Just be part of it. Yeah, all musicians. Really.
Even if you like the bar scene, you can have some shows without them.
We are running it a little bit different, okay? I actually had my first sign-up right before we started this.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
They emailed and took the first slot.
Good for them. Young kid group.
Yeah.
Right? A band, right?
Yeah, the Emotions.
And they wanted they even had questions. They were like, "Do you got sax mics?"
So this is what but
like they were on their shit as a kid.
But that's what I want. That's what I want. You know,
when I was a kid,
why does our scene currently break them of that?
Because of the simple fact that, like, really, honestly, all this scene really knows is, like, we don't hear about jazz bands coming out of Wichita. We don't hear anything really except for, like, maybe Big Red Horse. Other than them, I've actually never really even heard of, like, a band that has a saxophone player or a horn player in general, really.
Horn players beside, okay, let's look at the bands that we've heard of coming out of Wichita. Okay, because it's really, that's a pretty small circle.
I mean,
you have bands like the Caves, which go out and tour, do awesome stuff. They're a great band. You have bands like Kill Vargas, now they're Social Cinema. They went out, toured, did some really cool things.
I mean,
Terry Quiet Band. I'm part of Terry Quiet Band. Now we've cut back a whole lot. We're not playing a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But the shows that we are playing are like Omaha, Minnesota. You know, like
you're doing like a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. And kind of select shows. We're not worried about trying to like take over the whole thing. You know, but the bands that are coming out of Wichita are very few and far between. You know, for the amount of bands we have. I've heard it said on some of these Facebook groups that Wichita is like cover band world.
Which I mean,
You know.
they're not far off because I mean, yeah, a lot of people. You got to think about it. We live smack dab in the middle of Casino USA.
Yeah.
We've got like what 5 or 6 casinos down south. We've got probably 2 or 3 here. Like, yeah, most casinos aren't gonna hire an original band. They're gonna hire people that can come in and be busting out, classic rock and just stuff that people can.
Well, look at the clientele. Okay, your clientele at a casino isn't music based.
No.
This is a general population.
Exactly,
of people.
and they want to hear what they've heard
And they
before.
want to hear.
And that's the point I've been waiting to make. You got all these bar owners, and you got all these venue owners. And it's mostly bar owners, because let's be honest, until you get big, you're not doing a venue yet.
Right.
But bar owners are seeing the bottom line of somebody who comes in, and I love how you're still trying to hide it, even though you've already done the hiding part.
I had nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
But you've already done the part of the problem is they look at their bottom line with the venue, and they're making more money on those cover band nights because more people are showing up and buying drinks and shit.
Wouldn't you? I mean,
no.
Like, wouldn't you look at the bottom line?
Yes,
and
as the owner, 100%. So and I get it, but I think that's why we're doing what we're doing, hopefully to help, and what you're doing here at this building, and what our podcast and open mics like Taylor's running is to hopefully get a little bit of notoriety to these young artists
And diversity.
and diversity 100%, because that's what open mic promotes the most.
Exactly.
Is all kinds of music.
Because like literally,
you can just bring in your damn whatever and run it.
I was gonna
if you got
say,
a
because,
sitar, fucking get at it.
Yeah, me and Aaron, like the one similar thing between both of us, besides the fact that we're trying to promote artists, is the fact that we both run an all genre open mic. Like the head unit that I use on my PA system is Bluetooth capable. People can plug into it. They can connect to it. If they've got backing tracks, they can run their backing tracks. They can rap. They can do R&B. If they've written everything themselves and recorded it, they can do it.
And I think as what you guys are trying to do is going to facilitate a push away from cover music, because you're gonna, if you have more local artists that are more well known by the public, then you can then venue owners can make as much money selling them as they can selling
if the bands play ball, okay, like
there's a bunch of factors.
If I'm an original band and if I'm able to make a social media presence happen for myself, and if I put the work in, and if I have
fucking work.
Well, I'm saying it is
You're
work,
right.
and
100% right.
and I think that's where there's a disconnect. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of us are just musicians, man, and we just want to play.
Yeah,
just,
like
we just play
they just want to go
because
out
it makes
there.
me feel good.
Exactly.
I feel good when I play music, so that's what I want to do.
And not only just that, but also you got to look at it like, what person goes to a bar and hears a live musician playing something, whether it's something that they know or not, and they don't feel a certain way about it. Like, you want to try and make
Everybody
sure
got an opinion.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah, give it to them. Let them have it.
Yeah.
Because it means
people,
at least they're watching it.
Or worse, it's different.
It's different. It's
Exactly.
different.
Well, especially for me, I've always ice skated uphill. I've always been into hip hop and like blues type, Chicago horns type music.
Yes.
Like Chicago's like the music scene that I've always loved.
Yep.
So like that's not a prevalent scene here, and I love everybody that is involved in the music industry. So like whether it's death metal to reggae to everybody, like the people that are involved in the music industry are great. Like they're great. Like you artists are fabulous to me. You're fun as hell to talk to.
Well, we're artists, and we have strengths and we have weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you're unique as shit. Like musicians are super fucking unique.
Yeah.
You guys are like a lot of you are horrible at accepting compliments and giving them.
Oh God, dude. Like
super critical.
Oh my
all
God.
of you.
Yeah,
All
no,
of us,
that's one thing about being a musician is like no matter what, there's literally only one profession that I can think of, and yes, John, I'm gonna call you out.
Uh-oh.
You're only cocky if you're a sound guy.
Look at him. I hope we can get a shot of that there.
There's that shit-eating grin right there.
The fucking look on his face and the hands and everything.
And the total lack of response.
Yeah. Here we go. And John?
30 years.
Okay, good rebuttal.
But
But
no,
and
like,
back into his repose.
Yeah, and excellent.
But no.
Monty burns this a little bit.
But like no, like honestly, like think about it like this: we bust our ass pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah.
We sit around, we listen to what we have written or what we have, composed or whatever. Most of the time, like, what we struggle with is confidence. We struggle with, okay, who really is going to listen to this? Who is really going to like this? We need that outside opinion every once in a while, and that is the reason why, like, yeah, Aaron's been busting my chops for the past 4 years.
I've never busted a chop.
You are.
Well, you're like the principal sometimes.
Come out with an original.
Sometimes they're like, you
play
hit me
one
up.
original in the middle of your set.
Well, he knows you've got originals. That's the difference.
He knows
He knows you. Yeah, but he's hoping you will
I know that his ceiling is right there if he just stays on covers.
Yeah, okay.
I know that his ceiling is right there.
100%.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. I'm looking at
a bigger picture.
I'm looking at decent guitar skills. I'm looking at a great voice.
Stage presence.
Yeah.
Stage presence.
Cute guy.
Consistent.
Handsome guy.
You know what I mean?
Handsome guy.
Well, I'm saying.
You're still young.
I'm saying.
Milk that shit while you're going to get... You just had a kid. You're going to be fat eventually, brother.
Oh, God, yeah.
Believe it or not, I was in pretty good shape before I had 2 kids.
But what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter. If you're only playing covers, your ceiling's right there. You know what I mean? You have a small window right now at 25 to, like...
branch out and
do
break
the damn
through
thing.
the ceiling.
To do the damn thing. You know what I mean?
And if you want to.
If you ain't 100% into it, you ain't gonna get 100% back.
And see
If
that
you don't do it, it's not getting done.
Well, and it's if you want to. Like, what's your dream? Like, is your dream to be a fucking, like, front man or a guitarist? Or, like, what's your dream?
And that is...
I think he's a great front man.
That is something that
he could definitely be. He could 100% be.
That is something that I'm working on right now. That's actually the reason why here recently I had my own meeting with Muse, and James sat me down and he just goes, I've seen you over the years, and like it seems like the compassion started to fade out, and it was because of the simple fact that I was going through some things in my life where I was being taken away from the music scene and being pushed more into something else that I never really thought would actually pull me away from my music. But the moment that James brought it up to me, I was just like, you know what? I had to take a second look at myself and really realize that, yeah, what I want to do is I want to be a musician. I want to be touring. I don't care if I have to go halfway across the world for a show and then be back in Seattle the next day. I want to be a touring musician. It's just I've never had the confidence in my own work to be able to pursue that until I had the meeting with Muse.
And wouldn't you hate it if down the line you found out that you were the thing in your own way?
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, isn't that fucking terrible? To realize that you're the speed bump. Oh, fuck.
It always is. Like, in everybody's life, it always is. Yeah. But to me, just like that, I'm happy that I'm finally getting the chance to do this podcast. Like, take the shot. Like, if you want to be, even if you just want to be a front man and run a band, or even if you just want to be a lead guitarist and run a band, or if you just want to be in a fucking band, take the fucking shot. I've always encourage any artist, if you're passionate about some shit, like maybe if you're just passionate about, you don't always have to be passionate about your own music, but to me, I always love original content.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because it's a real interpretation of like what like that's what's cool about music. Like if you give me your Lively Up stuff, if you give me your original content, like it's such a portrayal of you that it's so fun to look at.
Because when it comes to original content, everyone can hear the emotion. People can hear what you're feeling when you're writing those songs. Like the one time that I ever played an original in front of this man right here, I don't remember. I don't know if he remembers, but
I probably don't remember.
The one,
pretend like you do.
I totally remember
that. Yeah, dude, that was like
that was amazing. It changed my life.
Change your friendship, not your life. Just change your friendship. It'll make it more personal.
But no, the one time that I actually did unveil an original, that's when I really kind of did get a kick in the ass about starting to crack down harder on getting originals done, because like I broke down in tears at the end of the song because it was about my mother. And I lost her at a very young age. I fell into an alcohol problem. I fell into a drug problem. And I literally wrote a whole song about just nothing but the experiences and the pain that I was going through and everything. And it turned out that like, sadly, I wrote it all off the top of my head. And I did not have either a single dry eye or a single person not standing up and clapping. And that's when I was just like, yeah, I need to start putting my emotions down.
Isn't that kind of what we're supposed to do?
That is
okay,
what
like
we're supposed to do.
like emotions are such fragile little things in our lives, you know.
And a lot of us were brought up.
And they're things that we don't talk about. You know what I mean? We
Because that's how we're brought up.
Well, it makes you vulnerable.
They're vulnerable points.
Yeah,
exactly. They're vulnerable points, and I don't want to bring those up because now it's like a
now everyone
you
knows
always
how
have
to
this
thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is a little bit at the front we need to eliminate in the music industry too. Like, it's okay to be a little fucking vulnerable. Like, you don't always have to be the super fucking tough guy.
Man,
I was about to say, like, look at the emo scene. Like, they did nothing but release their fucking feelings upon the people.
We need to relieve that pressure on so many fronts. On like a masculine femininity thing. We need to relieve that
it's
pressure.
It's not femininity. The masculine part's the problem. It's us is the problem.
It's okay. Who has the most balls to be able to hold in their feelings?
I'm just saying.
Who has the most balls to not?
Exactly.
See, honestly, you should say that different. Who has the most balls to not? Because being vulnerable is more
manly.
It's tougher.
Yeah.
It's tougher to be open and honest and learn and be wrong and be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And just like in what we're doing, we're receiving constructive criticism all the time, and just like artists are. You got to eat that shit and move on.
Exactly.
I'm going to try not to lose my artistry part of it. I'm going to try to be me all the time, but I'm going to interrupt some motherfuckers, but I'm going to try not to.
Hey,
so I'm going to tell you right now, just on this podcast, okay? We are episode 3 right now.
Uh-huh.
The first episode, like, I could have sat back and I could have like nitpicked this all out, and we could have had like many sessions where we got it all right and we but it was like, man, we're close enough, just launch it. And we learned enough on that one. Our second one was a lot better. I'm guessing this one's gonna be a lot better.
And
I'm just saying, like, if you don't start it, if you have the fear in you that won't start a thing, you're never gonna get a thing.
And see,
you're never gonna move it on.
I won't lie. I was very nervous coming into this because
Into this?
Yes,
it's our show. We got a show, dude. He's on our show. He's nervous to be on our show. We're there.
Hanging out and talking.
I feel we're just hanging out and talking.
I know, but
but you got to get a little bit of nervous energy is good.
I was gonna say,
he is presenting himself to the city of Wichita.
In
some facet.
Yeah.
And
we have 331.
And it's me and you, and it's you and me and you are two intimidating guys. You're a pretty prominent guy. And
I'm not. Am I intimidating?
Not faultly.
Until you hear your voice, yeah.
I think you're a sweetheart. But
We'd like to thank the tens of people
as a musician, the tens of people, yeah. And I hope we double by the tens every week.
All tens.
But musicians, I'm not intimidated by you because I don't fucking play bass. I'm not an open mic artist.
You're not in the world.
I don't.
Doesn't matter.
You're not gonna critique my fucking music. I don't have it.
Well, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. There's a large, giant. You're a good.
You like sports ball and nice shoes.
Well, you have a reputation as a good musician. You've been in a bunch of bands. You're well known. So you do have an intimidating presence, even though it's outside of your personality. If I'm getting what I'm saying, because people don't want to come in and not.
Okay.
We're gonna have to deal with that a little bit, even with him today, even though he knows you well. You should have a little bit of nervousness before we start. I had some.
Just nervous because I hit on him all the time.
Well, that's all right.
No, honestly, my biggest thing when I first met Aaron is.
Oh, here we go.
My biggest thing when I first met Aaron.
Edit this out.
Brace yourself is what I heard you say.
Edit this out.
Brace yourself.
Was your biggest thing also hard?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to start.
I know. How far are we in? 24 minutes?
So one of the biggest
24 minutes is where we fell off the rail.
One of the biggest things that I was nervous about when I first came into the music scene was that
everything.
Aaron Underwood is probably the most prominent name that you know in the music industry around Wichita.
How's that make you feel? I can see it. It makes you feel uncomfortable. I can see it in your face.
I just don't think you're right.
No,
I just don't think you're right.
I was gonna say
name somebody else. Seriously, like Rudy Love, Vinnie Morning.
Those are artists that are. You're saying artists that are more well known. That I would agree. But as far as being,
what am I though?
You are an artist, and you are promoting the local music scene on so many more levels than just being an artist.
Honestly,
most people... And you're going to cringe on you getting credit because you're a musician.
I'm starting to cringe a bit.
I understand.
Most people, you think, okay, So you walk up to a random person in the city of Wichita, and you ask, who is the face of the
local music scene?
99.9% of the time, I actually hear your name.
You're asking who is the most well-known local artist. Rudy Love Jr. is the answer to that question, but that's not what we're saying.
Fucking like DJ Carbon, I
would say that DJ Carbon might be a good combative. That's the only name that you brought up that I would say maybe more well-known than you.
I'm telling you, there's a lot, dude.
There is. But those are artists.
Sophie Emerson from Caves.
Patz.
Huh?
Patz.
Step. Yeah.
But those are artists.
Harris
those are solo
Steele.
artists.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Listen to him. He's right. Dusty Grant, of course.
I've proven this.
Do we give him local credit, though? He's from Oklahoma. Sorry, Dusty, future guest. We love you. He's got new shit coming out this week. Like and share all his shit, guys. He's got new artwork, new shit coming out. Fucking Dusty Grant.
And honestly,
take that jab, Dusty.
I do have to give some appreciation to the band that he has backing him because I have connections to.
You know him.
I used to be pretty close with Rise Again ICT, and I mean back in the days of Fridays Waiting and the Undecided, I pretty much grew up with Juana Villa. So honestly, seeing what they're doing now with Dusty Grant, I haven't heard anything that I could complain about.
And you should always promote them too.
Oh yeah,
I love Juana, man.
Juana's a wonderful person.
And I will say this real quick because I'll always forget to fucking say it if I don't say it. If you want to be a guest on this podcast, you have something that you're passionate about, please hit us up.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. Yeah, comment, like, and share, please. If you listen to our podcast and like it at all, I know you lazy motherfuckers. You do not want to hit like and share. It's such a hard thing to do on your phone. It's only in your hand every fucking minute of the day.
Yeah.
But I will.
If only there was time.
If only there was time to hit like and share, or half comment, you fucks. Half comment, you fucks, so we can beat the Facebook algorithm. For fuck's sake. All it takes is a couple of fucking likes, you ass hats. Let's do it, bro. Please.
He had to think about what he was going to follow ass with there.
Yeah.
We're going to edit some of this out.
I did jump off before I had a full sentence there, which I tend to do. But like I say, on anybody's shit in Wichita, I think we do all you guys are local artists more than me on the music scene, but now I'm a local artist. I got a podcast. I'm a local artist. But don't be afraid to fucking like and share people's shit. I will like and share your shit to a goddamn over and over again. I don't care.
Our scene is only going to be as big as we make it.
Yeah, as much as we promote it.
And if you are just the kid on the couch checking out a podcast or trying to find local music on your phone,
one share might be the fucking difference.
I'm just saying, it really might. Be a part of the thing.
Yeah, be a part of it. Why? And who doesn't love in music when you get to show people someone that they don't know about?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that one of the funnest things to do in music? Is check this shit out.
Down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, check this shit out. You haven't heard this shit.
I was gonna say that's how I found some of the artists that I even whenever I was doing covers and stuff like that, 99.9% of the stuff that I covered, it's either stuff that I grew up on or stuff that people were just like, yo, this is really popular right now. You could be scrolling through TikTok and you can hear 1,000 songs that are getting hit after hit after hit. You bust out one of those songs and you instantly grow a following just because, hey, a bunch of people are on TikTok nowadays and most of the music coming out on TikTok is popular.
Well, can we fairly say that if you're a cover band, you are DJing in a way?
In a way,
I said last week, I spent all week thinking about this one. Oh, it's been 2 weeks since we talked to Tommy. And I said karaoke, and that's such an unfair term, and it's not what I mean, because cover bands take that personally. But you are kind of DJing. I felt like it was a better way of progressing or explaining how you are But I want to ask you guys, and I want you to answer this to me because I just thought of this. This is not some shit I prepared. As a cover band artist, which both of you have been, are you more trying to portray your musical tastes or what you think people will like, or a combination of the two?
A mixture of the both, honestly, or the mixture of the two. God, the mixture of the two, honestly, because you want to do stuff that you're passionate about, but also at the same time, you also got to think about what does my crowd want to hear. You got to play to the crowd. You don't want to just play for yourself all the time. You can, but you also want to make sure that you have a good enough built-up repertoire. If you are a cover artist and that's all you want to be, you want to have that good built-up repertoire to where, Yeah.
You're popular.
People want to hear you.
So cover artists,
How do you
cover
make that work?
bands. Cover bands make about $2,500 a night if they're booking in the right places.
Yeah, really.
That's casinos, that's weddings, that's like places that cover bands go.
Yeah.
Corporate gigs.
Do DJs make that same money?
DJs? No.
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 Really?
No.
Even if they do provide their own gear,
Yeah,
they're not.
very rarely. Now,
Okay.
I will say that there are upper tier DJs
That might, yeah, maybe.
that make about the 12 to 15 kind of like
Gotcha.
kind of scratch. You know.
So there's some big money in the cover band market. It's not, and you're getting to play something that you love.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's your cap. That's about where you're
There's
at.
a ceiling.
Like,
Really, that's what. Honestly, that's what's a great thing that I think of everything that we said so far. As you wade through the bullshit, like you have a smart idea that is no matter how talented you are, no matter how cool you are, no matter how good you are at guitar or bass or any of that shit, if you are not producing original content, you do have a ceiling.
There's
You're putting a ceiling
there.
on yourself.
Now, I think that once you start putting out original content, this is why I've been so big on Taylor about like I have.
You know it's there, but I think you know it's there.
I'm kind of pushing you, man.
Well, he knows it's there.
And that's the reason why I say that he's been busting my chops
there.
for 4 years. Okay, let me dial it back. He's been busting my chops for 3 years because of the simple fact that 3 years ago I was in his ear. Yo, I need a band. I have some original content that I've been working on, and I asked him to be my drummer at one point. I've asked him to be my bass player at one point, and he always had too much going on, which I understood. So like,
look, dude.
Well, you weren't ready. Let's be honest.
no, I was not.
Let's be honest.
And that's what it was. Okay?
That's what it was.
But
I'll be straight with you right now. If you had it all going, I'd have hopped on.
That's fair to
was
say.
he was always my go-to guy too.
Well, you get to not be ready, and I will tell you as a 25-year-old
we all
man.
start not ready, bro. We all start that way.
And I will,
it is.
to not discourage. When I say you weren't ready at the time, I don't want to discourage young musicians or young anybody who's trying to do art. You get to have a time where you're not fucking ready.
Yeah.
Like where you don't know shit. Like you said on the first episode, you don't know till you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you get to have a time where you're fucking it up a little bit.
And you're
As
not
long as
going to
you're
get
learning.
you're not going to get to the point of success until you go through all the fuck ups.
Yeah, very rarely do you fast track to success.
I mean,
There are some people that get to skip the fucking line.
You have to fail a couple times.
Learn. You have to learn.
I mean,
Just it.
I won't lie. Like, yeah, I went through my moments of like, yeah, I skipped ahead and I thought I was a freaking rock star when I was still doing other people's music. My biggest deal was when I finally got my first standing ovation. It wasn't even like after I did an original. I had just learned how to do a cover of Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi.
Did you sing it?
I sang and played it, and I had a standing ovation, and I got so cocky. Like, I started just pounding down drinks and stuff like that, and eventually, not only did it turn into alcoholism, but I fell into a drug habit because of the simple fact that night after night, yeah.
The scene.
It's the
scene's
scene.
a little toxic.
Guys, everybody in that scene, they pat you on your back. You guys are amazing. Excellent job.
Here's a little extra.
And in Taylor's case, hey, you're super cute. I kind of want to fuck you. You fucking sounded great.
You know
You know what I
said
mean?
it to him,
Like,
not me.
Not always.
I'm just saying.
Not always.
I'm
Like,
just saying, dude.
honestly,
you walk into a cougar trap, like, don't be surprised. They just telling you how amazing you are.
And take advantage of you, too.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Now, how many times do you go into this bar setting and you hear somebody come up and go, hey, man, I really like that first song. When you tried to go up, you weren't quite hitting it. You know what I mean? Like, let's work on this.
I've had some constructive criticism thrown my way plenty of times over the years.
I always try to give you constructive criticism. I'm not trying to break you down, but
and I won't lie. Like,
there's spots that we can go.
And constructive criticism hits better from depending on who it's coming from.
Oh yeah,
Just some jack 'em off, like fuck off, dude. But like someone like Aaron.
I was about to
somebody
say,
it just depends.
I normally typically approach Aaron, I approach John, if Brad's out, I will approach Brad and I'll just be like, yo, how did that sound? Where did I fuck up? Because I typically hear my own fuck ups, and it's horrible for me to say because she comes out with me to every show that I do and every open mic that I do. My fiance...
You can give her a shout out. Give her a quick shout out.
My fiance, Azzy.
Oh, we all put you on screen, too.
Yeah. But you got to give me a hug, not Taylor.
So my fiance, Azzy, she's there at every show.
Giving you the real deal. Keeping you honest? Keeping you honest?
No, actually, I actually have looked her dead in the eyes and told her that, hey, you're biased. I gotta go and ask someone else how I sounded.
Well, I will offer it to you. You need to be the one that's objective and honest with him, because it'll land better on him from you. Because if somebody else says it still hurts. Like, I love constructive criticism, and I get it, and I take it, and I'm actually pretty good at taking constructive criticism. I
used to be horrible at it.
Like, no one likes it. No one likes it. You have to. No one's ever. I'm never going to tell you to be. You're never going to be great at it.
It's just so rare. Okay, like that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is every time you go out and play, everybody wants to like suck on you a minute and be like, "Hey, you're amazing."
Yeah, and I mean,
I love everything.
I like that part.
This is great. Oh yeah. Well, we all like that part.
Yeah, that part's great.
But that's not real. That's not real.
I was about to say, like,
that's a.
I fell into the. All right, I fell into.
Thank you.
Love you.
I fell into the drug, sex, and rock and roll scene before I even had the whole music part of that whole scene down.
Because that's our 3 favorite fucking things.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, I was a massive pothead when I first.
It's so easy.
Who is it?
Like
you still not?
I mean, I'm starting to slowly get back into it because I mean, yeah, my fiance smokes pot. Our new girlfriend.
Allegedly.
He won't touch the stuff, but you.
He fucked it on Trish.
You threw on a fucking grenade over there.
But no, like,
Jesus,
I mean,
let's not go there.
Hey, like, I ain't got no problem talking about it. Like, I'm starting to get back into it because of the simple fact that, I mean, nowadays, you can walk up to a fucking businessman, you can walk up to a lawyer, you can walk up to anything. They can all be potheads.
It's not nowadays. It's always been that way.
I love that you are like saying, yeah, I'm slowly getting back into drug abuse.
Yeah, it's 25.
I've been away for
I
many
offer
years.
to you that marijuana usage is not drug abuse.
I inject marijuana every morning.
It's medicine. My ears are not ringing right now. That medicine.
I say that's funny. I don't know if I can have a stance here. I don't know that I publicly want to say anything.
You run up the Sweden slang.
Honestly, like
Norway,
Switzerland.
Yeah,
I'm Switzerland.
Neutral.
I care not.
The only time that I ever felt like I went a little too far when it came to marijuana was the first time I ever did a dab.
Oh Jesus.
Well, that's white people taking shit too far.
Okay, dude, this is how I'm gonna.
It really is.
It really is. Like, there's a lot of things where white people take shit too far.
And I will neither confirm or
Damn.
deny any kind of personal usage, but I'm going to say that the first time I saw that being done,
you're like, is this
that
doing
seemed
crack?
like heavy drugs. Dude.
You're like, yeah, you're
you
doing
got
crack.
a blowtorch over here,
Yeah, you gotta have
I don't even know what this is.
I gotta have a nail and rigs and this weird ass. I mean,
you have some super.
I'll hit it if you're gonna make it happen. But
you got some kind of soupy goop that you are dropping in this thing, and it makes like goddamn yellow smoke.
It's a bit cracky. We're talking about like something that we are trying to remove from the music scene too, that you get dubbed into. Like that shit's all readily available for young kids.
And
we don't want that.
I have no filter, man. And
I was about to say that's the best part about this all ages open mic with no alcohol, no nothing like that. Is like he's taking away the subjection to those things from the kids.
We have to create a spot where that wasn't ever a part.
Exactly.
A safe spot.
Now, what I'm saying to you is that when these kids develop their bands, they're not able to play really until they're 18, 21. And then they're playing in bars to where whatever was created before them, they have no input. No input. Whatever was created before they got there, that's what they're dealing with.
Yep.
You feel me? So now you're in a bar. Now you're in a bar. We do it like this, man. I'll give you like $50 worth of drinks, and I'll give you $50 in cash. And
you're 18, and here's the music scene. Deal with it.
There it is.
Like, fucking deal with it. Like, that's not. And a lot of. And I'm not gonna like shit on like owners and stuff, but like. As an 18-year-old kid, you're exposed to alcohol before you should be able to. Like, you're in that scene that's toxic a little bit.
Can I say
just
a story?
Just to play your art. Yeah,
I'm going to say a little bit of a story right now because all the parties involved are dead.
So, okay.
I'm going to tell you a story right now. That's a hell
of a preface to this.
Oh, I know.
That's a very, very big...
I feel like I just put a weighted blanket on almost.
Yeah. So this is what happened, man. Back in the day at Rock Island, South Oliver.
I know.
You know, Rock Island.
The original Rock Island before it moved behind.
The Rock Island.
Before it moved behind Emerson
The
Pickens.
Rock
I remember.
Island.
No, that was never Rock Island.
It wasn't the same?
Yeah, no.
No.
The original Rock Island, South Oliver.
I know.
guys.
I do know that one.
Bob Shepard, who has now passed, a good friend of mine, and I
Rest
love
in
him very
peace.
much.
Everybody
in
that's
peace.
passed.
Yes, there it
Hey,
is.
mention their name. You die when nobody mentions your
This
name.
is all sweet tea.
Yeah, this
And,
is ice water.
I got apple juice.
This
I was
water,
about to say I
Yeah.
got apple
Yeah.
juice.
this water in this
So-
old building's terrible.
So, at
Sorry.
at the Rock Island, I was playing with a band back in the day. I'm not going to say the name of the band, but I was playing with a band back in the day, and we were able to go in there and play. And I was literally 14, 15 years old. Okay, but I had a little bit of scruff, kind of like Taylor at 25.
He's working on it.
Yeah, a little bit of scruff.
He can't get into
Yeah.
growing up here yet.
Yeah,
so he's
I
gotta-
did that at 14.
Dude, I rolled the
And,
chin strap till like 28.
But
Don't give me something to aspire for.
no, I was able to go and play Rock Island at 14, and I got to meet a guy named Ronnie True.
Ooh.
Ronnie True was a huge influence in music in Wichita back in the day. Kenny picked up on that after Ronnie died.
He did kind
And
of.
like this
He was
kind
the
of all-
transition from it.
This all kind of moves like that, you know? And Ronnie True got me liking Tuwaka a little bit at 15. And I can only say this because all these guys are gone now. They're dead. Now, this is what I'm going to try to tell you, is that they're gone.
Yeah,
This life beat them.
it is. It's toxic. We have to remove the.
This life beat them.
We have to
Okay.
remove the toxic part from the.
Ronnie was gone before his time. Bob Shepard lived a pretty good age, but he's gone too. It's the same way.
And then, I mean,
Well-
of course,
You know.
the great late Kenny Ballinger.
Kenny,
Yeah, I mean.
that's a freak accident, but it
But
still
he's
happened.
still
didn't it?
long-
Still happened.
But
didn't
you
it?
He's
have
gone long
you
before
have
his
a
time.
you have a music scene that the only way that you can produce your art, get on stage, is in bars and venues
Yeah.
where it's a sloppy, hard.
And that's
thing
what I'm
come
trying to
up in.
say. At 14, 15, that's how I was introduced.
That's how
to
all
music.
musicians are.
I was-
Once you
That's
like,
how I was
about
introduced
to
to
say-
sing.
once all of you guys leave school or church or whatever you get trained in, like
And-
here's the only aspect to do your art
Nice.
is a bar. Good
and
luck.
see, like,
I had Ronnie True buying me Tuwaka shots at 14, 15 years
And,
old.
see,
and
here's
that's
the-
no,
I don't know that he even know how old I was.
He didn't.
He didn't care.
he probably thought you were older, but
see,
like,
here's the shitty part, though. Like, before all of that, like, here I am. I'm 25 years old. I've been a part of the Wichita music scene since I was about 8.
yeah.
Technically.
I mean, I've known you
Because my brother was in multiple bands all around Wichita. I mean, The Undecided, Friday's Waiting, Rise Again, ICT.
Who's your brother? You can say his name.
Jeremy Woll.
Yeah, give him.
He's the former lead guitar player of Rise Again ICT. He's
Yeah.
the former
Yeah,
bass player
plug
and
him.
drummer
Plug him.
for Friday's
Okay.
Waiting.
Yeah, plug him.
And then he was also the drummer for The Undecided back when Brandon Schmeidler and Juana just all decided to just throw a big band together. And I mean, I remember growing up watching my brother and their band doing covers in our living room, and we had our entire trailer packed. Yeah, I'm trailer trash. But we had our entire trailer packed full of people, everyone ranging from like 16 to like 27. My brother's band just reached out to a whole demographic at the time. And yeah, some people were drinking, some people were trying to get people drinks. But you know what? The whole point of being a young musician is, okay, who is going to be the one that actually stays the most close to the music instead of just trying to use the music to get somewhere else? Because, I mean, like, you got people that play music just to get laid. You got people that play music just to get alcohol. You got people that play music to get drugs.
Money.
You got people that play music
Somebody
for
got to
money.
be business aspect of it.
If you're trying to play music to get money, you've missed the point.
a little
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
art,
honestly,
art, what you basically hope is any art that you're passionate about reciprocates monetarily. If it doesn't, unfortunately,
We hope that.
we hope it
But,
does.
like,
Like, and that's basically how you need to approach all art, as we say to young artists. Go passionate first, and then hope that it will reciprocate monetarily if you're lucky.
Yep.
If you're fucking lucky. And none of us are
That's
lucky.
a big if.
It is
none of us are
big
fucking
if.
lucky. Like,
I was
nobody's...
about to say, I mean, like, Aaron, without being a complete dick, how long have you been a part of the music scene?
20 years plus.
I'm gonna make myself sound old.
Well, I mean, it is Theron's birthday today. I'm going to mention that, you fuck.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday!
How old are you?
35. 35 today. He's
I have
47 and he's a
been
day.
a member of this music scene
But,
since the.
Okay.
so you've been 30 plus years?
Well,
I mean, I know you
maybe
walked.
not that,
I know
maybe
you
not,
walked out of the
right,
womb with a
but-
fucking bass and a bongo on your back and this great haircut.
about 14 years old, I
Okay.
was doing some stuff with
So-
Phil. Phil
Oh,
turned
dude,
into like
I know, I've
Alex
seen-
Thomas.
Yeah.
I went to see O'Phil so many times when I was a kid.
And then-
Crown Bingo.
Oh,
I was
dude,
about
so
to
many
say,
times.
like,
Crown
back-
Bingo.
Dude, Crown Bingo,
really-
like you wouldn't know,
I was about
brother.
to say-
All right, so who'd you see? Seventh Dust.
Eagles,
Well,
You
yes.
see that Bloodhound
Yes.
Gang?
Yes, I was there for that
and
show.
Bloodhound
old,
Gang?
100%
Yeah.
and
for that
old
show.
Eagles Lounge.
Oh my god.
I was lucky enough to have my parents were naive enough and had a little bit of money to let me go to concerts young.
Yeah.
My first concert is White Zombie Pantera 1996 at the
Shoot, I
Coliseum.
was there.
I was there too.
I was there.
I was
Pantera
gonna
White
say-
Zombie 1996
Yep.
at the Kansas Coliseum.
Yep.
I'm
See-
12 fucking years old. They let me go
That-
with a good kid down the street.
That is honestly when I met Rob Zombie, and he smelled like a dead cat.
Well, it's because the hair. You have dreads and you're blasting him.
No, I have dreads.
It's like the dreads, though.
Austin, brother, smell my dreads.
Oh my god.
Smell my dreads.
They don't smell like dead cats.
They
I love it.
smell of grapefruits.
They smell of great things, and I mean, I'm trying to match your vibe. It's not
Grapefruits of
working.
positivity.
So-
There it is.
So, like,
Yeah.
I
I
can't
love how
say.
you've been set up. You've been
Rob
set up
smells
even.
like dead cats.
I
I'm
can't.
not fucking lying.
I feel like he has the money to smell like dead cats. Like he doesn't.
Yeah,
care.
no shit.
That's fine.
Like,
That's fine,
honestly,
He's
like,
fun to see live. I went to the Rob.
no, dude, I
Rob
love
Zombie,
it.
Alice
I
Cooper
love
show.
their show. I love the show, but
I
I was
like,
gonna say, like,
I did have a chance to like meet him a little bit, and I was just totally thrown.
By the dead cat smell, or
Yeah.
just everything.
Yes, by them like,
This poor
holy
bastard.
fuck, like this is not.
I mean,
this is
smell
not
it.
how I expected you to
I'm
smell.
not gonna. I don't
Yeah.
want to blast Rob Zombie, and if you do see our podcast,
Oh,
we'd love to have you
God.
on.
Yeah.
But like, he
Battle
does look like he
too.
might stink.
Dude, honestly,
His
Well,
wife too. Like
look,
honestly, they
we
look
are
like they
all-
probably might stink a little.
We are
oh
all
dear
allowed
God, we're
to
gonna get so
evolve.
sued.
Maybe
We're all allowed to evolve. Maybe that was a phase, you know.
where he didn't shower much.
Well, dude, dreads are hard to.
God.
No, dude,
Like,
dreads are hard to clean. Straight up,
Oh,
they're hard to clean.
shit.
100%.
I have to use like a super clarifying shampoo. Every like month, I do an apple cider vinegar rinse on my dreads.
Ain't nothing wrong with
Like,
that.
They just stand on
Dude,
your head for that.
I'm telling you, this takes a lot of
I was about
effort.
to say, like,
It
no,
does,
like
it does.
apple cider vinegar is like a really good way of doing any kind of cleanse.
Yeah, put it in
really.
your.
Dude,
Yeah, try to
this
take
is
a
what
drink
I'm
of it
trying to
though.
say.
It
I
tastes
have.
like shit.
I have actually.
God damn.
So due to my alcohol problem,
I go pretty far in.
Well, your dreads smell fabulous for the non-smell vision that we have. They don't. It does not smell like Rob Zombie's dreads. From apparently they're like day-old flapjacks.
From my opinion, yeah. From my
there you
opinion.
go. I was about to say, like, because like my experience with apple cider vinegar came around about
That
four
shit's
and a half.
tart.
It came about 4.5, 5 months after my mom passed. I fell into a heavy alcohol problem. I was drinking daily. Like, I was nailing down fifths of Jägermeister and shit like that. And one day I started having really bad, severe abdomen pains.
Heartburn and shit.
No,
Indigestion.
not even heartburn. It was just like right here.
You'll get there.
No, I've already gotten to that point now.
Sorry.
Because of beer.
But
all
keep
the
going on
time.
your story. I don't mean to interrupt
So-
you, but you'll get there.
But
You'll get there.
no, like Jägermeister, Jameson, fucking Jack Daniels. Like I drink a fifth of Jack and a fifth of Jaeger every morning.
Let's not blame Jameson.
Official sponsor of AA meeting, Irish whiskey.
Unofficial, official.
So you were having stomach problems. I know.
And
I've been
Jameson
around.
cured
so,
it.
So you started jamming Jameson up your butt and it worked.
And then
No,
it cured
so
all your
Apple
problems.
cider vinegar tastes terrible.
So I went to the I went to the hospital actually because it was starting to get to the point to where like I was like peeled over in tears, and my doctors did an MRI and a CAT scan and all that fun stuff, and they're just like, okay, so you've got gallstones like the size of shooter marbles.
Them are coming out one day. Good luck.
And they're just like, so we either needed to perform surgery now, or...
Hey, guys, I want to get to you playing some fucking originals, bro.
He's not going to do it, he said.
I can't.
No, you are.
I can't. No, the fuck I'm not.